You're welcome to Science Tutorials with Farmeternity the Schoolboy. Today we are going to take a look at chemistry, and we have a question on the board. And the question says, suppose you have a solution of 50% weight per volume sodium hydroxide on hand. How would you prepare 500 ml of a 0.50% weight per volume solution of sodium hydroxide? This is 0.05 weight per volume solution. All right, actually this question is a question has to do with dilution. I want to make an important point. In dilution, if you are given a particular substance, say this sodium hydroxide now, in solution, the stock solution is 50% weight per volume. Now, the concentration is 50% weight per volume, and it has a specific amount or moles of sodium hydroxide in that solution. Now, if you like dilute it 20 times, all the different dilutions you produced will contain the same amount of sodium hydroxide. The concentration may not be the same thing because the volume is increasing, but the amount, in this case now, in moles of sodium hydroxide in the different dilutions of the stock solution is the same thing. So the number of moles of sodium hydroxide is constant, irrespective of the extent of dilution. That's an important point I want us to understand. Do you know why? Because you're not adding extra sodium hydroxide in the what solution. Neither are you removing the sodium hydroxide. So it's the same amount of sodium hydroxide, but the concentration will not be the same thing. If that is the case, it then implies that the number of moles, let's assume the first dilution is labeled 1. The second dilution is the second solution produced is labeled 2. So the number of moles of sodium hydroxide in solution 1 and number of moles of sodium hydroxide in solution 2 are equal. That is what I've been trying to explain. If that is the case, it then implies that N1 is equal to what? N2. But remember that there's a relationship between number of moles, concentration in mole per dm cube, and volume. Now, if that is the case, we say that we now arrive at N is equal to what? Cv. So this N number of moles is equal to what? The concentration in mole per dm cube times the volume in mole per what? Dm cube. This is a powerful relationship. With this relationship, we can solve this question. If N is equal to Cv and N1 is equal to N2, that implies that N1 is equal to C1V1 and N2 is equal to what? C2V2. It then implies that C1V1 is equal to what? C2V2. This is the popular dilution word formula. With this, we can solve this question. Now let's go. At this level now, this is the initial concentration and the concentration of the stock solution. This is the volume of that stock solution. This is the concentration of the diluted solution you produced, and this is the volume of the solution you produced after dilution. Now, from this question, our C1 is what? C1 is what? 50 watts weight per volume. Then our V1, they didn't give us the volume, is question mark. Then C2 is the concentration of the solution produced after the dilution. So C2 is what? From the question, 0.50 weight percent weight per volume. While V2 is the volume you diluted it to. From this question, 500 ml. So with this now, we can actually find our V1. So make from this relationship that says that C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. Let's make V1 the subject of the formula. V1 is now equal to what? C2 V2 all over what? C1. Now, if that is the case, our C2, remember our C2 is what? 0.50% weight per volume times our V2, which is what? 500 ml. All over our C1 is what? 50% weight per volume. Weight per volume, we cancel weight per volume, remaining ml. 0.5 times 500 will give us 250 ml. 250 ml divided by 50 will give us what? 5 ml. So this is what? 5 ml. So the V1 is what? 5 ml. V1 is what? 5 ml. What this implies is that the volume of the stock solution you will take and dilute is 5 ml. So if you take 5 ml, so to prepare this solution, remember the question says, suppose you have this solution, how will you prepare? So see, this is how you prepare it. From that stock solution, you take 5 ml of the stock solution, which has concentration of what? 50% weight per volume. So you take 5 ml of that sodium hydroxide stock solution. You measure 5 ml, put in a flask, calibrated flask. Then you now add water. You add water, keep adding water. As you add, you shake until it gets to what? 500 ml mark on the flask. If you get to 500 ml mark of the flask, you stop and shake it. That solution you prepared will have a concentration of what? 0.50% weight per volume of sodium hydroxide. So in a nutshell, actually, if you check well, the volume of water you added will be around, will now be around 500 ml. Final volume minus the volume you started with, which is what? 495 ml. So the volume of water you actually added will be around 495 ml. So this is how to prepare the 0.50% weight per volume sodium hydroxide. This is how to prepare 500 ml of 0.50% weight per volume solution of sodium hydroxide from 50% weight per volume sodium hydroxide. Thank you very much for your attention. Please, if you have any question, feel free to chat me up on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is on the screen. To watch our lectures, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have 3 YouTube channels. One is purely for academic purposes, and the name is SUSEM Academy. We have the second one, General Company YouTube channel. You'll see all sorts of videos there, not only academic video. The name is SUSEM Limited. You can also check my personal YouTube channel. The name is Fameternity, the Schoolboy. My name is Fameternity, the Schoolboy. See you next time.